And Barbara is actually calling in right now. Let's get her on. I'm joined with Barbara. She's with me right now. Hello there.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing real good. Thank you for joining me this evening. I know you've had a very busy day, but I do appreciate you taking the time to call in.
Oh, of course. Anytime. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I hear you just fine. You sound very perfect and very clear. So,
Hello? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, you sound very good and you sound very clear. So,
Good,
you're
good.
good. You're good.
So
Um,
how's it going?
Doing real good. Enjoying the spring weather here
Yeah?
in I will tell you this much. I live in Kentucky currently, and we have had to deal with snowstorm for the last month or so. So it's nice to get that the winter is now behind us, and we can now enjoy this
No
night.
more snow.
Yeah, yeah, no more,
Hopefully.
no more snow until December. So I feel pretty good. Now, Barbara, I first heard of you through a mutual friends of ours. You're going to be the April cover model for Miss Ooh La La Mall Magazine for short.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk about this for a moment. How did that came about? How did you end up being the cover model for April?
Well, I submitted my stuff a couple months ago. Um, well, I originally submitted to the South Africa version because I was playmate for South Africa in January, so I figured that they would put me on the cover easier than the edition here. So I submitted to that, and she put me on the cover for that, and um, asked me if I could shoot some exclusive stuff for the April issue, and I did.
So how do you feel about, being the cover model, considering that I'm sure that a lot of models have applied for this opportunity, and yet here you are being a cover model. How does that make you feel?
Well, I'm super excited and thankful. you know, there's a lot of girls modeling and stuff, and I'm lucky to be picked.
So have you had a chance? You already had a chance to do the photo shoot, obviously, to get your pictures taken.
Yep.
How did the photo shoot go?
It was good. We went to Hocking Hills, which is in Ohio. It's like a cabin area, like people go camping and hiking and stuff like that. It's really beautiful, and people usually go there, in the summertime. But we went to and we stayed in this awesome place. It was
Well, I haven't had a chance to see the pictures as of yet, but I'm sure they look very good, and I'm sure a lot of fans of the mag are definitely intrigued to see your photo shoot, and it's everybody just be on the lookout for it. You can check it out on the website and check it out on the Facebook fan page as well. For Barbara's photo shoot, it's gonna look real good. Uh, so you have any other up and coming plans, up and coming projects that you're working on that you'd like to promote?
um, but yeah, so I'm going to Vegas early April, and from there I'm going to be staying in LA for a couple months. A lot of stuff I can't really say at the time until they come out. But just be on the lookout. Bunch of stuff happening. Fingers crossed. We'll see.
That's cool to hear. So exactly what made you decide to become a model? How did that all came about for you?
Well, I was involved in theater before I started modeling, and I was on the direction to stay in that field. But it's not really that much money to do theater, and I was doing, local community stuff, and Um, my friend that actually attended some classes with me was like, oh, you should model. I'm taking a photography class and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that would be fun. And we took some pictures, and he's like, you need to do this for, like, a living. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Like, that's a joke. Like, I'm not going to be able to do that. And there's a local radio station. It's called Grover's Morning Glory in Ohio, Cleveland. And they have, like, a yearly calendar girl contest, and he entered me into that, and I ended up going, and I was super scared because you had to wear, lingerie, and it's like it's called Grover Fest, where they have the contest each year, and, like, millions of people go. Like, it's a huge thing, and, well, maybe not millions, like thousands, but I did that, and I ended up getting in the calendar, and then after that, photographers started seeing me and contacting me, and I kind of just worked my way.
You pointed out that you said you was nervous. You, was he nervous because you was there like in front of people, or was it
Yeah,
some?
like in my underwear. I had to wear, like, lingerie and, like, walk out in front of the crowd, and, like, I was terrified. Like, I'd never done that in my life. That was my first time, and I was like, okay, I have to try it. I have to at least try it once, and I did it, and I'm like, oh, this isn't bad. I think I can do this. So,
Well, I will give anyone kudos for someone that's willing to face their fears and live with the result, good or bad. And apparently, it turned out pretty good for you because you are in the position that you are, and I mean, you're modeling more than ever, obviously. Um, so what would your advice be, Barbara, to anyone out there that wants to pursue modeling? What would your advice be?
my advice would be is to ask other girls, like, any girls that want to ask me, like, oh, who to work with, or how do you start this. I will be willing to help anybody that's serious about it. So basically, just, like, do your research. Don't, like, there's so many people out there that are, like, gonna try and screw you over, or are in it for other things, and you kind of have to know the difference and be really smart about it. Like, you have to be a businesswoman, basically. So, and you can do it. Like, it's, like, I thought it was impossible, and I just, like, worked so hard the last 2 years, and look where I am. Like, anyone can do anything they want to. You just have to be smart, do your research, and really work hard.
That's well said. That's definitely well said. And what you said was very important. Is that you know keep in mind that there are people, especially photographers, male photographers to be exact, that they're gonna have different intentions, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
they are going to put you in situations that would make the female model very uncomfortable. And this is a question I do tend to ask, especially the female models themselves. And has this ever happened to you that you find yourself in a photo shoot with a male photographer that that's made you uncomfortable, that have had different intentions other than photo shoots?
Oh, yeah. When I first started modeling, I mean, I didn't have any guidance. I didn't know, who to work with and who not to work with. And there was a really well-known photographer, I'm not going to say names, in Florida that I wanted to work with so bad. His work was amazing. He's done some really big things. And I flew out there to work with him, and it was just not good, and I will never work with him again, and I will tell girls not to work with him, and it just really kind of broke my heart because I was, like, really looking forward to working with him, and, like, thought, like, we were going to, like, accomplish big things and all that stuff, and it just wasn't that situation at all. And once I talked to other girls, I realized that they had the same kind of stories about him, so if I would have just the time to contact the girls that he's worked with in the past and ask about it first, I would have never had that problem. So,
Well, I will definitely say this much. I mean, at least you know. I mean, sometimes people tend to learn things the hard way or whatever, but it definitely shows that you know who not to work with or work for that matter. Um, and that being said, has that experience made you decide to have a chaperone with alongside with you for future photo shoots, regardless of what the reputation of photographers may have?
No, because I'm a big girl. I can handle myself. I'm not going to take anything from anybody. I just try, really just, like I said, I contact people before, ask about it, um, do my research about them, like whatever, and I make the decision from there to go or not. And if something bad happens, then, I tried my best. I did what I could, but it depends. Sometimes I take people with me to my shoots, but for the most part, I do all my traveling by myself. Sometimes I'll have, like, my model friends come with me or something like that, but other than that, no.
I definitely understand and respect where you're coming from. I mean, some models will prefer the chaperone, and some people will prefer to do things themselves. I guess at the end of the day, it's a matter of what the model wants to do, and just a matter
Yeah,
of and whether they are comfortable uh, of what they want to bring someone with them or not. And I guess whatever happens, happens, and you know, I guess let nature take its course, especially for those that attempt to go at the photo shoot on their own, and
exactly.
so
Yeah.
you
I'm
know,
pretty smart. I'm not going to put myself in a bad situation. The thing I told you about the photographer from Florida, that was really a one-time thing that started right when I first started modeling.
hmm
So I know what to look for and what to not. Does that make sense?
yes, it does. It definitely makes sense. So for people that wants to learn more from your work or keep in touch with you, social media wise, why don't you go
hmm
ahead and promote your links, your Twitter,
Okay.
Facebook, any other links people need to know?
Okay. So if people want to book shoots with me, they can email me direct, which is just barbara.desiree@gmail.com. Or you can also fill out the form on my website, which is just barbara.desiree.com. My Facebook page is facebook.com/Barbara Desiree Official. And my Instagram is Barbarella Desiree, but there's it's hard to explain. It's like Instagram Barbarella_Desiree. And my Twitter is @Babra.
Barb,
But you guys can find all my links to everything on my website, which is just barbara.desiree.com. So that's pretty simple.
I'll definitely keep an eye on that website for sure. Um,
It needs updating. I'm working on it.
who do you consider as influences, or people that is giving you some sort of inspiration to pursue modeling? Anyone that stands out?
Well, I really like Edie Sedgwick. She's from the 60s. She was like Andy Warhol's muse. I'm really inspired by her. I've always had an interest in her since I was little. She's kind of like Twiggy. She kind of looks like her. And then just Jay Scott Photography. He has been a big inspiration to me. He's helped me a lot. I definitely wouldn't know everything that I do know right now if it wasn't for him. So that's about it.
So considering that this is the opening week for, and this is just some random question. This is considering that we're in the opening week of the NCAA men's tournament, and it's that time of the year when everyone's filling out their brackets and just to see how good they did. Are you into something like that? Are you into sports in particular?
You want me to be honest?
Go ahead.
Not really. No. I like to go to the games and all the parties, but I really don't follow sports at all. Like, um, I went to a Cavs game a year ago and haven't really done anything since that.
It's understandable. It's understandable. I mean, you did say you do go to games, so you have some sort of interest, but it's not all the way there just yet. So,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
could be interested if someone wants to teach me some stuff.
you just have some interest that excel the sports. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a comment in the chat room from a friend of mine named Andrew, and I like to call him the compliment guy in the chat room
Okay.
because
Okay.
he tends to compliment the female uh, guests that I have on the show. He looked you up on the website, just Barbara Desiree, and this is what he posted, and I'm quote, "I'm looking at her link, and oh my goodness, she is beautiful and gorgeous, and as well. I clicked like on her page. Let her know Kenny."
Aw, thank you.
So you got yourself a friend in Andrew. But just pointing that out. Well,
Awesome.
well,
I love it.
Miss Desiree, it was very nice, and I enjoyed chatting with you. And I want to give a shout out to Ashley Salazar, for pretty much
Yeah, she's awesome.
she she's been, how will I say this, an ultimate supporter of this show, and any chance she knows that someone needs to get promotion within the mall family, she sends them to me to be on this show, and I'm happy to have you on. And welcome to the mall family, Miss Desiree. Um, Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for just for an enjoyable interview. And people, please, the Mall Mag. This is the April cover model that I have on the air with me.
Yay,
And
buy the Mac, everybody.
so, play. I, I'm I'm not sure if the pictures are posted on the Facebook fan page or not, but
Not yet.
not
They're
yet.
exclusive.
Yeah, and better yet, they're probably gonna be on the digital magazine, and so you can get that online. So be on the lookout for it. It's coming. You just gotta be patient. So until then, you can check out JessBarbaraDesiree.com for more pictures of Miss Desiree. I like that. You know what? I like that name, Barbara Desiree. The Desiree
Thank you.
part just stands out to me. It's just it sounds so sexy. I'm just gonna say it. It sounds so
Aw,
sexy.
thank you. It's my real name, too, believe it or not.
Wow, wow. That Are you serious? That's your actual last name,
That's
Desiree?
my God-given first name.
Well, God bless you, Miss Desiree. Th- but thank you again for your time. Continued success. And thank you again for being on the show. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Love you too. You have a great night.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
That was Barbara Desiree joining me here.